This is the Fantasy Roadshow.
The Fantasy Roadshow. The Fantasy Roadshow. The Fantasy Roadshow.
What's going on, everybody? We're back again.
Back, roadies. Here we are, mock draft madness. We are on our 10th mock draft here, doing the Superflex. But before then, you could check us out on Twitter at Kulz_sports, at fantasy_trucker, and on YouTube, youtube.com/sportsethos. As always, Superflex, PPR, QB, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, tight end, flex, and a Superflex. I will be starting from the 12 spot. Truck will be starting from the 102, and let's buckle on up.
And we're kicking things off. It is Mahomes goes first. So, in a super flex on the 1 or 2, it's either Mahomes or Allen for me. And if they go Allen or if they go Mahomes, I'm going Allen. So I'm taking Josh Allen with the 102.
Take
After
that shot
Allen,
clock off.
it should be off. Yeah. Oh,
it's
no.
A minute.
Damn it.
So Allen goes Mahomes, Allen, Hurts, Burrow. That's pretty standard. Jefferson at the 5 spot. Herbert goes at 6. McCaffrey, Lamar, Kelsey, Chase, Fields. My boy Trevor Lawrence is there. And I'm going to go ahead and take Lawrence because that is the end of a tier, and I want one of these top tier quarterbacks. I'm honestly shocked to get one at the 12 spot, and I'm happily going to go Lawrence. And then I'm going Stephon Diggs. I expect a massive year for him. Honestly, he's my wide receiver 3 over Hill, over Kupp. So for me to be able to start Lawrence, Diggs, I'm happy there.
Yeah, that's a great start. Lawrence and Diggs is, especially at the back end, man. That's great value there.
So Hill and Kupp go right after Bijan, A.J. Brown, Eckler, Barkley, Deshaun Watson, CeeDee Lamb, Devontae Adams, and then Truck is on the clock.
And I'm presented with this option where, between Jonathan Taylor, Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry, I go Nick Chubb almost every single one of the time. I love grabbing him in the second round. And I was hoping Garrett Wilson fell.
Yeah.
Well, I was hoping Wilson. Yeah. I didn't think that if I took Wilson, Chubb would be there or vice versa. So I went with Chubb. I like being able to grab that star-studded running back early on. And then for wide receiver, I'll just take Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's the next wide receiver I have ranked past Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, between Wilson and St. Brown there, like you probably made the right decision grabbing your running back and then having one of those fall to you. So as long as that team 1 doesn't go Brown and Wilson, then you're probably safe. So that was the right call. And then Henry, Prescott, Mark Andrews, Higgins, Waddle, Kirk Cousins, Pollard, Jacobs, and Olave. I would have loved Olave to fall there, but Devonta Smith is still sitting there, and I'm going to go ahead and grab him. So Devonta Smith is on the board. I got Lawrence, Diggs, Smith, and I'm going to start out here where Breece Hall. I'm not scared with Dalvin Cook entering there. I think his talent is just superior, and it's going to be hard to keep him off the field. He looks really healthy since coming back, so I'm going Hall. Then goes Ramondre.
They took him off the pup, which is very
took him off the pup, and he started practicing, and he looks really fast, really good. He's just so talented. Breece Hall's a no-brainer for me. Ramondre, Tua, Metcalf, Kittle, Hawkinson, Geno Smith, Najee, ETN, Daniel Jones, and Truck is on the clock here at the 411 spot.
I have someone sitting right in front of me here that I've been talking about. Jahmyr Gibbs. I keep saying that I'm going to regret not drafting him, and I haven't really been taking him pretty much, anywhere. And I would normally be going Aaron Jones over Jahmyr Gibbs, but I'm going to see what it looks like with Gibbs on my team. I'm just going to take the shot and see how this goes and see where we go from here. After Gibbs goes Anthony Richardson and Keenan Allen, so I'm back on the clock here in the fifth. Aaron Rodgers is sitting there. It would be nice to grab another running or another quarterback, but with most of the teams, well, not really most, but nearly half of them have a second quarterback already. I think I could still get some value a little bit later on. So I will be grabbing Calvin Ridley.
Very nice. Ridley in the 5th round. Cooper, Debo, Kenneth Walker, Hopkins, Rodgers, Dobbins, Goff, Aaron Jones, and Goddard. So I'm sitting here looking at the board right now.
What do you see?
I see DJ Moore, who I really like. And I see Brandon Ayuk, who I really like. And I'm going to stock up on receivers and go DJ Moore and Brandon Ayuk.
Okay, yeah. I remember in this league we can start 3 with a possibly a 4th there. So, yeah, having those 4 receivers look pretty good on your team right there, Mike.
Yeah, you can start 5 if you don't start 2 quarterbacks. And that's why I don't mind going very deep on wide receiver is because, yeah, I'll probably go 2 quarterbacks, but then you have those 2 bye weeks. So if I have a huge stacked wide receiver room and I have the ability to go a very good super flex wide receiver and start 5, hard not to do that. But anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. So after Ayuk goes Mixon, McLaurin, Russell Wilson, Drake London, Damian Pierce, Kyle Pitts, Christian Watson, Miles Sanders, Jerry Jeudy. And here I am on the clock. I like Darren Waller. I believe I took him in the last Superflex mock that we did. I think I'm going to go ahead and grab another running back here. And I'm going to grab Cam Akers as my RB3. I like him over DeAndre Swift. I like him over James Conner and that group right there. So I'm back on the clock after Akers goes DeAndre Swift and Chris Godwin. And I'm not quite sure where I'm going to be going with this next pick. I'm just going to be talking through it with myself and you guys. I feel like it would be a good spot to grab a quarterback with Derek Carr or Bryce Young. I feel like there could be no, you know what? I'm still going to wait on quarterback. I'm going to see how much further down I can go. And I'll grab my tight end that I was just talking about that I got, I think, last time in the 6th round. I'll grab him in the 7th this time, Darren Waller, and see how my team looks differently from then.
Mike Wilson, Alexander Madison, Derek Carr, Pittman, Cook, Kamara, Connor, Rashad White, and there goes Mr. Bryce Young. I am a big Christian Kirk guy, and I see him sitting there staring me in the face. And that's probably the direction that I'm going to go in. To be honest, okay. I really like Pickens as well. And I'm going to check one thing real quick.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Christian Kirk looks really good. Other players in this range, JSN, Hollywood Brown, Tyler Lockett. So I think Kirk definitely has the most value out of all those players. And then some great quarterbacks in this area too, Jordan Love and Stafford. So I'm interested to see where you go and what you're looking at.
Yeah, so I'm looking at and I am gonna do it. I am gonna go Pickens over Kirk. He's just I think Pickens is my guy this year. Love the talent. I think that him and Pickett just continue to build on that chemistry they already have. And I'm going to go Pickens, and I'm going to go someone who I've been warming up to a lot in Javonte Williams. I've been waiting to hear that he's just not healthy. But it seems like he's just continuously getting better and better as this, and he's actually playing his first preseason game this week. So I'm not scared. You know, I do have Brees and Javonte, two young guys coming off of brutal knee injuries. But to be honest, like the recoveries have been seeming to go freakishly well, and they are such good athletes that in the 8th round, if I can get Javonte Williams and him be a stud running back for the Broncos, there's going to be huge value there. So I'm going to swing and take the upside pick with Javonte. Kirk goes immediately after.
That's a great pick.
Kirk Lockett, Hollywood, JSN, Evans, Montgomery, Pacheco, Freiermuth, Ingram, you're on the clock.
Yes, so I'm on the clock, and I don't know how well you can hear me or how well this is going with the internet connection problems here on the road show, but
I heard you laughing. But
you can? Okay, good.
Yeah, it's going fine.
Oh, I'm laughing because what you just said on those reading off those players was just like
deep top, deep top, deep top, deep top, top.
Oh yeah. So anyway, let me get back to my pick here. It's really tempting to go with a quarterback here. Jordan Love, Stafford, Kyler, Pickett, those guys all provide a lot more value than, so to speak, the quarterbacks lower, like Sam Howell, Brock Purdy, even Mac Jones. So
list them off. Love, Stafford, Pickett. Who do you like?
I like Love, Stafford, and Pickett in that order.
Okay.
Yeah. But
I think I do too.
At the same time, I want to go Jahan Dotson and James Cook. So this is tough. I'm going to grab Jahan Dotson here, and then I'll see what quarterback falls out of the 3 that I like. And they all fall. Love when that happens. So yeah, I think I'll be grabbing, instead of James Cook,
the guy behind you has 2 quarterbacks.
Yes, he does. Yeah, I should have scrolled up a little bit more and looked at that. Regardless, though, I'm glad I got Jahan Dotson. I needed help in wide receivers. I got Amon-Ra and Calvin Ridley, so I feel like Dotson is a good wide receiver 3 on this team. I got 3 solid running backs, so I think I need the backup of my Superflex spot rather than a backup running back in James Cook, although I do like the value he provides. So I'm going to lock in Jordan Love and see how this team progresses.
Yep. Boom. I was hoping this was going to happen, and Stafford was going to fall to me. He's going to be my pick at the 9-12. I think that the Rams in Stafford, a healthy Stafford, is due for a big bounce back here. So I love going Stafford, and then I'm also going to go a guy for the Chicago Bears in Khalil Herbert. So he's my RB3, and I'm happy about it. So I locked in 2 positions that I needed: Stafford as my super flex and some more running back depth. And to be honest, like Herbert, for me, he's the lead guy in that backfield and kind of the end of a tier there for me. I mean, Charbonneau, Penny, Robinson. I'm not sold on any of them. They're in terms of the best workload out of all of them. Then I would have loved Antonio Gibson to fall, but Herbert, to me, he has that backfield. He's going to be the lead back there. So very comfortable going him.
Yeah, absolutely. After Herbert goes Charbonneau, my mistake. Kyler Murray, Rashad Penny, Dalton Schultz, Sam Howell, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Michael Thomas, Brian Robinson, and Zay Flowers. I was really hoping Zay Flowers fell, but there's another wide receiver that I consider as a coin flip with him. I'll be taking Elijah Moore here, and that's kind of a no-brainer for me. After Elijah Moore goes Jamison Williams and Jamal Williams, two Jay Williams.
Yep.
The Williams bros back to back. And then I'm looking at tight end to fill my tight end spot. I'm going to pair up Dalton Kincaid with Josh Allen, who I picked at number 2 overall.
Stop it.
What?
Stop it. Kincaid's mine.
To, like, stop.
Kincaid is mine.
Not when I have Allen, okay? Not when I have Allen.
Yeah. So I am looking at I'm going to need a tight end. But I'm going to still just stack up value while I can, and I'm going to get Elijah Mitchell, and I'm going to get Sky Moore. I'm high on Mitchell. I think he's got a role there. Keeping Stafford, CMC healthy throughout the year. And I think, Niners will be in a lead a lot, so they don't need to run McCaffrey into the ground and keep them healthy for late in the season and playoffs. So I think Mitchell is going to have a very good role for the 49ers. And then Sky Moore, number 2 receiving option in the Chiefs, from what it looks like in a breakout season here in his second year.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are 2 great picks. Love the value you're getting at Sky Moore here in the 12th. I think there's still value there in him. After Sky Moore goes Odell Beckham, Damian Harris, Thielen, Jacoby Myers, my best friend Jacoby Myers, Jerick McKinnon, Tyler Algier, Tyler Boyd, Gerald Everett, and Deontay Foreman. So here in the 12th round, looking at the quarterbacks just to reflect on my Jordan Love pick on the 9th. Kenny Pickett is still sitting here in the 12th. CJ Stroud is still sitting here in the 12th. 2 quarterbacks that I think I'd be pretty fine with in my Superflex, but you can't really guarantee that they would be there in a regular league when you're not going against computers. So just wanted to throw that out there. My pick here is going to be Tank Bigsby to beef up my running back room. Tank provides some solidified value there. So I'm glad to have him on my team with my running back room. And then as far as my next pick, I am going to grab Darnell Mooney. I think Darnell Mooney, now that he is fitting into that wide receiver 2 role with DJ Moore in town, I think Darnell Mooney is really going to excel in that spot and be kind of a trusted target for Justin Fields, who I project to have a MVP-like season.
There you go. So I have a glaring need at tight end. And so how I look at this, I'm either going Mark Andrews sometimes, and then if not, it's Kincaid and Dulcich for me, like every single time. And if I miss out on them, which I did here, then I'm streaming tight ends, which I've done for a decade in fantasy football, almost 2. So I'm not scared to do it. I think Hayden Hurst is going to have a really big role in that offense with a rookie tight end. So Hayden Hurst is going to be my first tight end that can give me some stability at the position. And then I look at someone like Nico Collins, someone like probably here I'll be deciding between Jeff Wilson and Jerome Ford. Wilson, to me, should have a pretty great role, but this being PPR, I think I'm going to go Jerome Ford, higher injury upside. And to be honest, like I like that Kareem Hunt role if that's what he ends up playing. So give me Jerome Ford.
I love it. And I'm kind of glad that you missed out on Kincaid and Dulcich and Andrews because, as long as we've been doing these mocks and best balls, this is kind of your MO, drafting those. So I'm glad we kind of gotten to play the hypotheticals of where would Kulz go if those target tight ends are gone. And Hayden Hurst is great. And I'm glad that we kind of unveiled that. And so just a little hindsight there.
Yeah, he's a veteran guy and a rookie with a rookie quarterback that has a Mahomes to him where he likes to get out of the pocket when plays get broken, and he looks to find that player in space, and that could be, Hayden Hurst for him. So there could be some really good targets there. He is a good receiving tight end. Veteran guy in a young offense. Yeah.
Well, yeah, not only that, and for me, it's like when you're considering these late tight ends, what's intriguing to me is an unestablished wide receiver room, and that's what you have there in Carolina. Like, is it DJ Chark? Is it Adam Thielen? Is it Jonathan Mingo? Nobody knows.
DJ
Chark. Okay, all right, but no, it's a realistic thing where Hurst could be a reliable option for
veteran presence in a young offense with a young quarterback, someone to lean on. Yep.
Yeah. Those are all great factors. So I like it. My personal
tight ends also, just to add, like that's a situation where he's, in the 20s, but he could very easily be a top 10 guy this year because in the tight end position, all you need is 60 catches, 600, 700 yards and 5 touchdowns. Like,
yeah, it doesn't take much to get in the top 10.
No,
absolutely. So my strategy in most all Superflex leagues, I think it's very valuable having that quarterback in that Superflex. So I like grabbing 3 quarterbacks, 3 players that I'd be okay with having in my Superflex if I need to. And for me, that's CJ Stroud. I think CJ Stroud has more upside than Pickett. I think Stroud, could come into the league and really set it ablaze. So I'm taking CJ Stroud as my final pick here in the 14th round.
Love it. Yeah, I potentially would have, but I'm going to end up streaming that because I did need more depth at running back. But I'm happy with my team. I got my starters: Trevor Lawrence, Breece Hall, Javonte Williams, Diggs, Devonta, DJ Moore, Hurst at tight end, Brandon Ayuk's in that flex, and Matthew Stafford in the super flex with Pickens, Sky Moore on the bench, Khalil Herbert, Elijah Mitchell, Jerome Ford. So happy with the team I assembled here today.
Yeah, Mike, I will say taking one running back within the first 7 rounds and still ending up with Hall, Javonte, Herbert, Mitchell, and Ford. It's great work you did there. That looks
Appreciate
good.
You.
So in the 2 spot here, I got Josh Allen and Jordan Love and CJ Stroud as my 3 QBs. I'm pretty happy with that. For my running backs, I got Nick Chubb, Jahmyr Gibbs, who I'm really excited
to have
a Chubb
on
this team. I got a Chubb. I definitely got a Chubb. I usually do. So Nick Chubb, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Cam Akers with Tank Bigsby. I like that room. I really like how it looks with Gibbs, so I might start considering him in a few leagues or a few of these mocks to, kind of soften up to him. And then Amon-Ra St. Brown, Calvin Ridley, Jahan Dotson, Eli Moore, and
he's got a Chubb. He's got to soften up a little bit. Think if he's gonna start going Gibbs.
All right,
here.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
2-3 times me. 2-3 times you go Gibbs here.
All right,
maybe 2-3 times you're gonna go Gibbs here.
Yeah, and I got Waller and Kincaid rounding out, so I'm happy with the way this team looks here with the number 2 pick. I think that about does it, Mike. Huh? What else you got to add other than Chubbs and soften up? Huh?
It's just you jumped up there to running back position, and then what?
I don't know. I can't. You're cutting out. So I think let's just call it a day, huh? Let's thank you for joining us here on the Fantasy Road Show. Check us out on YouTube, on Twitter, all the platforms.
I didn't know what else to say there, so I just stopped talking, and then you thought it was your internet. That was awesome.
Well, my internet fucking sucks, so
yeah. Well,
you never know.
Buck up!